Hopefully, Professor Misra already joined. Sir, you are here. Piyush? Piyush, you are here. Professor Misra, sir. Professor Vinay Tosh Misra, sir. Hopefully, you join it. Sir, very good afternoon. You are not audible. Sir, please unmute. Yeah. Very good afternoon, sir. सर आपकी आवाज नहीं आ रही अभी. Not audible, sir.
Now it's fine.
Right now it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Very good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon.
And very good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for joining this event. And with us, Professor Vinay Tosh Misra, sir. He is a professor in School of Management 4 Institute in New Delhi. And आज हम लोग मिल रहे हैं for the purpose of Ministry of Education, Innovation Cell, Institutions Innovation Council online lecture series for the topic is innovation or prototype validation, converting innovation into a startup model and achieving value proposition fit and business fit. तो ये जो चीजें हैं यहाँ पर आप लोगों को समझाया जाएगा कि एक स्टार्टअप को करने के लिए किस तरीके के टेक्निकल चीजों की और उसके ग्रामर की जरूरत पड़ती है. तो हमारे साथ बहुत ही स्टीम्ड गेस्ट हैं प्रोफेसर विनय तोष मिश्रा सर. मैं सर का स्वागत करता हूं सबके बिहाफ में, काशी हिंदू विश्वविद्यालय के बिहाफ में. और सर से रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा कि सर एक बार अपने बारे में भी बच्चों को थोड़ा सा बताएं 5 मिनट, तो उससे पता चलेगा कि जो हमारे स्टीम गेस्ट हैं उनका किस तरीके का प्रोफाइल है. और इसके बाद आप अपनी बात आज के संदर्भ में कहें. लैंग्वेज सर आपके ऊपर डिपेंड करती है, आप दोनों में जिसमें कंफर्ट हो. हमारे बच्चे दोनों में ही कंफर्ट है, थोड़ी बीच में हिंदी रहेगी तो उनके लिए अच्छा रहेगा. सर आपका स्वागत है.
ठीक है, ठीक. इट विल बी यस. थैंक यू सर.
सबसे रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा कि जो लोग को पॉसिबल हो वो अपना वीडियो भी ऑन कर लें.
Thank you, sir, for giving me opportunity, and I am associated with Banaras Hindu University since my childhood. My schooling was from Central Hindu School, Varanasi. Then I did my BTech also from BHU only, IIT BHU in electronics engineering. Then I was working in other fields, and then I did my PhD also from IIT BHU in healthcare management area. So my association with Banaras Hindu University is very old, and my research area presently I'm one correction, sir. Presently I'm working with College of Healthcare Management and Economics in UAE.
Oh wow, that's great.
And yeah, so my research focus is actually healthcare management, and that is also because of BHU only, because my elder brother was actually in what you say IMS, Institute of Management Science, BHU, and I had interaction with so many doctors there. That's so great. That kind of environment BHU actually provides us. So you will be you will come in contact with people in music area, performing arts, medical, Ayurveda, whatnot. So that ecosystem is very rare, very rare, and that BHU provides, and we are lucky to be part of BHU, and we are indebted to Mahamana for providing such a kind of university in our area. And in the last but not least, I want to mention I'm also from Varanasi. So for us in from childhood days, only our dream was if you are in engineering, want to go on engineering. Our dream college was always BHU. For medical field, it was IMS BHU for my brother and all. So that is background from my side, and I'm very lucky that I get an opportunity to speak you people, and I will be happy to conduct in future some seminar when I will be in Varanasi. I will reach to Manish sir, and then
Yes,
we
yes,
can have
please, sir.
some.
Most welcome.
So in this session, we will touch the concepts, but the tool part I will only give hint. So whenever I will be in Varanasi, then we can discuss different tools which can be used for startups and will be very helpful. Like one of those is theory of constraint or design thinking. So these type of things or management concepts from strategy or marketing or operations which can be useful. So those kind of seminar also we can plan in future. So with these words, I will start. The agenda for today's discussion is idea validation, and I will start with defining what is actually idea, what is innovation, what is prototype, and how we get patent, what is the process. So it's a beginner level discussion, and of course we can discuss in detail through email, and you can have my phone number also, WhatsApp number. We can discuss on any topic if you feel means want to discuss. So with this word, I will start. And one more thing was there, sir. This session was from 12 p.m. or it was from
नहीं सर 12 बजे से है ये सेशन.
yes.
Right now it's in a 12:08. Yeah, you are on right time.
Oh, I got confused, sir, because right now it's 12. Yeah. It's 12 in India and 10:30.
Sorry about that.
No problem. So let me share my slide, and so that's why I was 2-3 minutes late, because I was having idea that it is after
No problem.
1.5 hours. Okay, no problem. So let me share the slide and we can discuss. So this is the topic which we are going to have a deliberation for next 30-40 minutes, and then we will be having a question answer session. And I will share one. I have one patent also on nail fold capillary, and you can also come up with, because innovation in India, we talk about Atmanirbhar Bharat, but we import so many things. And when supply chain get disrupted, like see the example of countries like Sri Lanka, there is because of supply chain disruption, they are facing a very difficult time there. So if you are Atmanirbhar, as our Prime Minister envisioned, we should be Atmanirbhar in many things, and one of those is medical supplies, and we will discuss some examples of that. So first of all, the thing is, stuck somewhere. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, my slides are visible, no, but it's not moving. Give me a second. Give me a second. I think some network issue.
Sir, if you are facing any problem to present your slide, please share with me. Then me and my team will support you.
Okay. Let me share with you. Same email ID, no, sir?
Yes, sir. Otherwise, the DIC IIT BHU.
Sir, you have sent me a mail on the same mail I am replying. Is it fine?
No problem. No problem. Yeah. Piyush or Ankit, please share this slide.
Because I guess there is some network issue here. Give me a second, sir. Give me a second.
Participants, apologize for little inconvenience. Hopefully within 2 to 3 minutes, our speaker will join and we will start the session.
Now I'm audible.
Yes, sir, you are audible. But within 2 minutes, our team will.
Okay, no problem. Let me try whether I can open it now or I will keep my video off for a while. In question answer session, I will start it again. And okay, well. So hopefully it's moving.
Still not, sir.
Yeah, now it's next slide. I'll keep in this mode only. I don't know, it is getting hanged. Okay. So
Still, we are nothing to show it. Yeah. Please, sir. Or you can wait for that. My team will just.
Okay.
You please remove from the share screen. And Ankit, please share the
Okay.
PPT. Yes. Hopefully, sir, it is visible. Yeah.
Let me check.
Right now, from my side, everything is okay. You may please proceed for the next.
Okay. So it's not visible now.
Sir, if I am not here for some time because of some urgent work, then Ankit and Piyush will be here. He is here. Both are here, and
Sure.
they will surely support you. Yeah.
Sure, sir. No problem. Carry on. So it's fine. We can start. So this is agenda for discussion. What is an idea? We will discuss briefly. And I have mentioned actually I like meeting people in person. Whenever I will be in Varanasi, maybe in December we can plan for our workshop on design thinking and theory of constraint. If sir think it's fine, so we will be meeting again. And the discussion is what is an idea, what is innovation, what is difference between innovation and invention, where you should be inventive only or you should be innovative, what is the difference, these two terms we keep hearing. Then there is a term which is very popular these days and many western thinkers are discussing about this, that is frugal innovation or jugaad. So that is also getting what is actually frugal innovation, we will see that. Then we will discuss what is prototype and what is idea validation, we will discuss that. And then in the last but not least, we will discuss value proposition fit and how we can achieve business fit through value proposition fit. And I will briefly go through what the patenting process is and why you should go for patent. Then here, this slide I will be sharing with you people. Now, guess I am audible, no, Ankit? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, very good. So there are some tools, some theories actually, which actually we are not taught in management or engineering also, but these theories are derived from psychology, like technology adoption model, theory of plant behavior is there, innovation resistance theory, task technology fit theory. These theories are some theories which startups teams should learn about so that they can analyze their situation through lenses of this theory. Then there are some models from marketing. Kano model is one of the model I will briefly discuss. There is a conjoint analysis which you can perform through softwares like SPSS and all for pre-market validation, pre-launch validation of the product. Then whenever you write what you say business plan, then you use discounting principle. What is discounting principle that we will be seeing? Then one innovation diffusion theory, diffusion of innovation theory is there, Boyce diffusion model is there. Then there is Porter's generic strategy. I'm naming these theory and I have included in this slide so that you can at least start thinking about these and making use of that. Whenever you do something analysis you are doing, you analyze it through lenses of some theory, because some people have already done research, they have formulated some framework theories, and you can use those theories. So and soft matrix is one of them. Then design thinking, of course, a full day workshop can be we plan on that. Then system theory is another approach, and BCG matrix, McKinsey, consumer decision journey. These all are concepts you should actually be aware about, which I will be not covering in detail in this. We can move to next slide. Yes, Ankit. Yeah. No, back. Please, first slide. What is an idea? Idea can be anything. Socialism is an idea. Um, two nation theory of Jinnah was an idea. Make in India of Modi is an idea. Atmanirbhar Bharat is an idea. Zero defect of Japanese was an idea. So idea can be anything. But we should think about whether this idea is going to help humankind, whether we are going to monetize it, whether it is sustainable or not. The capacity to create and understand the meaning of an idea is considered to be best virtue of a human being. We are fortunate that we can conceptualize ideas, we can evaluate them, understand them. um, like an idea can be anything, my creative idea about an art piece, architecture, or you can think about I can model mathematical modeling I can do in this way. Then that is an idea. Then you can test that mathematical model with respect with other models, whether that is effective or not. So idea can be anything. Um, and these ideas actually lead to innovations. Next slide. So there is difference between invention and innovation. Innovation is like creation of new product, process, and technology. not previously known to exist. And innovation is not per se new. It is a transformation of those creative ideas into a business idea. Please change the slide. Next slide. Yeah, here we are. So innovation is transformation of creative idea into useful application by combining resources in new or unusual ways. Yes. So now this slide, see here what a difference between innovation and invention. Steam engine was an invention and innovation is railway engine using that invention. X-ray by Rutingen was an X-ray was an invention, and then medical X-ray was an innovation. Nuclear magnetic resonance is suppose one idea, and a device like MRI based on that is an innovation. Semiconductor was invention, then flip-flop, microcontrollers or ALU, these are where innovation. Like when we talk about CD DVDs, these are innovation because these are business application of that, and this laser was one of the inventions. Similarly, E equal to MC square, we know one invention, but the innovation was nuclear power. Next slide. There are different type of innovation, and one Joseph Sumter has 5 type of innovation. New process is one type of innovation, the new market is one type of innovation, a new supply chain is another kind of um, innovation, and then new business industry is a kind of innovation, and then a new product is a kind of innovation. Now there is, we can divide this into 4 quadrant, like product innovation, process innovation, and incremental or disruptive. So the quadrant in which uh, their top right corner is there, high investment, high risks, and high return is there if you are doing process innovation, and that innovation is disruptive. So it's not necessary that you are delivering some new service. You deliver a service, but in using different process innovation you can do. um, like some surgery is there, and in surgery what used to do, we used to actually spend a lot of time in searching from the instrument. Now the idea came that surgeon will spread his hand and name the instrument, and some other person who is assisting there that will put that instrument on his hand. So this was a process innovation. So there can be process innovation, there could be product innovation. Need not to only think about new product. You can think about a new process of making that product. Like Ford come up with idea of assembly line, that is was innovation. And now using that you can actually create a good business model. Next slide. Yeah. Then Peter Drucker is another management thinker. He has come up with 7 sources of innovation. Something unexpected occurs, like some success, some failure. Suppose tsunami came or something happens. These are outside event, and uh, those are source of innovation. Then something is out of place or incongruities is there in terms of economics or reality or rhythm. Then also we go for some innovation. Some process need is there, then you can go for process innovation. Some market or industry structure is changing. Suppose there is a maturity of product and then decline is coming, and then there you are going for innovation. That is also one source of innovation. And then there are demographic is changing, suppose, and more people are becoming aged, then their chances of monitoring of their chronic disease, then you can go for innovation through telemedicine or this. So these are demographic innovation. Source is demographic. Then change in perception. Something was considered to be bad, now it is considered to be good. So there is change in perception. Then there is also some source of innovation, and new knowledge comes. Suppose some new knowledge comes, then that is also source of innovation. So Drucker actually find out 7 source of innovation. Next slide. it's not changing. Okay. Yeah. So Drucker actually not only think about or share 7 sources of innovation. He also talks about what to do and what you should not do for innovation. Like what you should do, one of these regularly analyze opportunities, look, ask or listen, keep it simple and focused. Innovators have a tendency to include so many attributes in products, and they may not be useful for customers sometimes. So then you can keep it simple and focus, start small and not grandize, aim at leadership through how you achieve leadership in your segment that you can think about. And what you should not do, do not try to be clever, do not think about shortcut, try to do too many things at once. You should do gradually from one step to a step. And this way, these are some do's and some are don'ts you should follow in innovation. Next slide. This is a very helpful uh, framework for which is called scamper technique for innovation. You can first is you can think about some innovation which can substitute, like glucometer is one of the product. You can think about non-invasive glucometer, that is substitute. Combine, can you think about mobile calling device and then camera, two are combined there, so that is combining. Innovation can be combined. Or a medicine is there which can reduce fever and which can actually reduce body ache also. So two medicine are there, you can combine. That is also in one technique of innovation, combining. Then adopt, something are adopted, telecommunication is adopted in medicine and then it becomes telemedicine. Magnifying, something is small, you can magnify it, or you can minify it also, you can make it small. So mobile phones were big some days and now they become small pocket size. So you are doing, yeah, minifying or magnifying. Put to other use, something was used, like one medicine was there, minoxidil, and that was for cardiac patient, and one side effect of that medicine was growth of hairs. So that minoxidil started being used as for treatment of hair fall. So that is put to other use. So that is also innovation. Eliminate, certain things are there which are means required for doing certain work, and you are eliminating it and making it simpler. That is also innovation. And here another things. So scamper framework is for innovating. You think about through this scamper framework what you can do. And first thing, sometime we think our innovation start from product. No, you should start from customer, what customer need and what is their pain area, and how you can address that. From there you can start and then you can match with your product. We will see that later. Next slide. So now you are thinking about a business idea or an idea. Are the opportunities? So you have to ask 5 questions. What important customer problem can you solve? And that is the starting point. How are you going to do it? That is second question. How many customers are there that are willing to buy from you? Unless market validation is there, your product is not viable. Why can only you provide the solution? Why cannot others provide this? How can you defend against other? What is the things which actually differentiate? And believe me, one thing is their product can be copied, but if you are doing process innovation or culture innovation in an organization, that is difficult to copy. Next slide. Now we will see. This is jugaad, which India is famous, and the other term we use it for is frugal innovation. So sometime actually especially in healthcare or some technology is out of reach of common people because they are very costly, and that's why hospital cannot buy them and cannot provide those services to masses. So frugal innovation or frugal engineering is the process of reducing the complexity and cost of a good and best production. You are not compromising it. You are only keeping those features which are very required, and you are removing non-essential feature from durable good, and you can sell these in those countries where resource constraint is there. Like Tata Nano was one of the trial of frugal innovation. Tata Swachh is one water purifier that is also called frugal innovation. Similarly, some existing technology like telemedicine, if you are providing, it's actually not if it is not hampering the quality of care and reducing the indirect cost like traveling time and traveling cost, then it can be also considered as a frugal innovation. So we will see through ends of matrix, same products can be used for new market. We will see that. So frugal innovation need not to be, means you can start with the existing product and you can remove the features like which are unnecessary, and you can provide that for our resource constrained market also. So those are frugal innovation, and frugal innovation are very much required in education, in healthcare, in resource constrained country like India or other SAARC countries. Next slide. So what is idea validation now? You now came with how to come up with ideas, what are innovation. We saw invention. Invention, it is very difficult. It's required lab setting. It's required so many years of what you say, hard work. But innovation can change this in existing invention into some business idea, and that can be validated and that can be developed into business model. So what is idea validation? When idea is there, you get honest feedback. From where you can get honest feedback? From your investor, from your customers, and then that can result in a startup. Next slide. So reasons to validate an idea. I always keep repeating, the market loves ambition but not delusion. Actually, the idea might be business achievement of the decade, engineering masterpiece, but without a market need, the idea is worth nothing. Second thing, if you validate your idea and if you are going to fail, you fail early. So you save a lot of time and money. So that is another reason behind going for the idea validation. Next slide. So there are 4 stages of idea validation. First, you define your goal. Okay. Then you can think about which you are going to validate, your market problem or product, or what do you want to learn from this exercise. And then second is you develop hypothesis. People who have gone through a course on statistics, they know what is the hypothesis. Similarly, you can make some proposition and then using data you can validate that. So develop a hypothesis, then conduct every experiment. Like there are many way of doing before after analysis. You can do conjoint analysis, you can do A/B split testing. So experimentation you can do, and using that you check whether your assumption about the product or market was right or not, and that is called validation. So there are 4 steps of idea validation: define goal, develop a hypothesis or proposition about your product or market, then experiment, and then validate. Next slide. Okay, so how to get validation for your idea? Internet is of course a good source. Internet research you can do. Scrap forums are there. where you can post your idea and people can comment on that. You can ask on Quora, you can ask on ResearchGate. So these are certain, and then you can think, interview your own customer. You can identify what are your customers. You can create a blog and you post your idea there and invite people to comment on that. Create a landing page and do Google marketing about the people who will be interested in your idea will click on your advertisement, and from there they will come on the landing page on your website and they will share some feedback there. So start an ad campaign surrounding that, and it costs not much, means 5,000 if you are spending. You can design an advert campaign, and from there you can creating a land page and people are going there and they will be sharing some information which can be used for validating your idea. Next slide. Now the next thing is, what is prototype? So we cannot create product unless we are financed. So final product we cannot create. So we can think about prototype. So actually prototypes are used to capture concept and idea into tangible form that can be tested. So these will be having minimum viable features of the products. Okay. And they are like sketches of final product, not literally the sketches. They are something tangible. These are having all functionalities of the product without any additional visuals or features which delights customer. When essential all features will be there, and they can be having different fidelity level. Means low fidelity level, high fidelity level. Maybe initially you will be having low fidelity prototype, and then you will be getting angel investor, and then you can go for high fidelity level. Then you can test there. So prototypes are of different level. Next slide. Depending on product stage, as I mentioned, you can have different level of fidelity in prototype. Like if you are starting just now, you have a small team, bootstrapping you are doing, no need to go for high fidelity, high level of prototype. A low level of prototype can do, and you can get feedbacks from your probable customers, investors, or maybe angel investors. Next slide. Why should I bother about prototyping? I discussed it minimizes risk. If you are failing, you will fail early, then you'll move to next product or you will improve your product. So it minimizes the risk. You can test your ideas. Other thing is, whenever you make something tangible, your team will have a sense of ownership that we have developed something. And that sense of ownership will propel your team to next level. That's why we should develop prototype. Another thing is, when you are pitching for angel investor or Series A funding, then you can actually go for a better pitch because you have something tangible to show there. And better idea is to develop a prototype, get it patented, then you go for some investors. And means, and when you are testing prototype, you can get many what you say suggestions for your improvement of your product, and your product can be further improved. Next slide. There are 5 steps of prototyping. The first is, what problem will the product solve? I told you, any business model doesn't start from the product. Actually, it starts from the problem of customers. So first question you should ask, what problem the product solve? What similar product are already on the market? How your product is different from them? Who is the target user? And what are their goals? You need to understand. Means you may be having product having means targeting some problem, but maybe that problem is not that important from the customer side, so they will not be ready to pay that. What type of product it is, and what are the goals of prototyping process? So these are 5 steps of prototyping which you can use. Next slide. So here, when we talk about prototyping, we actually use a term. Maybe you may be asked by investor, what is minimal viable product? So a minimum viable product, which is called MVP in business parlance, it is the most rudimentary bare bone foundation of the solution possible. It is sufficient enough for early adopters, means who are innovators, or we will see in Bash diffusion model, the people are innovators, then people are early adopters, then there are early majority, late majority, then laggards. So these features are just sufficient for innovators or early adopters to try this product. So that is viable and something tangible customer can touch and feel, and that's why this is called minimum viable product. So a prototype is actually a type of minimum viable product. This is a term MVP. Your investor may ask you about what is MVP. Can you show us MVP? So you should be ready with minimum viable product. Next slide. So now we will see value proposition fit. And now to understand value proposition fit, the first thing is we should understand what is value proposition. First is what is value. Value is something which has utility for customer. If some problem is getting solved, the product will be valuable for customer. Value proposition is the innovation service or feature intended to make a company or product attractive to customer. They will find it useful. Now, then there is a value proposition canvas, and this framework we will see how to use it. This value proposition canvas is a framework that can help ensure that product services position around the customer value or needs. I told you should think about your product from customer side. What are their needs, and then match your product features with that. That's really there. This value proposition canvas is going to help you. This was developed by Alexander Osterwalder, and we will see that. And it has two parts. And um, next slide, we will be seeing that how we can use value proposition canvas. Next slide. Yes, this is the. So customer profile is one thing and value proposition is one thing. Your product value proposition will be having gain creator and pain reliever, because your customer will be having either they will be delighted when they will be having gains, and they will be satisfied when their pains are being relieved. So you are matching this value proposition with customer profile. What are their gains area? What is their pains area? How your gain created matches with their gain expectation? How their pain relievers are matching with pains? Okay, overcoming the pains of the product. So you actually, for value proposition fit, this value proposition canvas is very, very useful. Next slide. Yes. So now we will discuss the customer profile in match with value proposition. And if it is matched, then we say it as a value proposition fit. So in customer profile, there are gains, pains, and customer job. Gains is the benefit which customer expect and need. What could delight a customer, as I was talking about. While the pains are the negative experience, emotion, and risk that customer want to overcome. What is customer job? In customer profile, the functional, social, and emotional tasks customer are trying to perform, problem they are trying to solve, and need they wish to satisfy. So that is the customer profile for you. There are three things: pains, gains, and customer job. And now we will see value proposition. Next. Yes, next slide. So value proposition will be having gain creator, pain reliever, and product or service. Your product or services are designed so that they are gain creator or they are pain reliever. Next slide. So how you achieve value proposition fit? After listing your gain creator, pain reliever, and product and services, you map it with gain, pain, and customer profile there. And if that is matching, that is called value proposition fit. You can move ahead. Uh, Actually, on the paper, you are doing this value proposition canvas framework analysis necessary to validate what is important for customer and get their feedback on your value proposition. So first you do value proposition fit analysis, and then you can actually do what you say, um, make a prototype, and then you get it validated. Another thing, theory is very helpful here from psychology, that is called task technology fit. What are the tasks expected by customer and what is technology solving that problem? You can make a matrix kind of thing and you can tick there. So task technology fit analysis also you can do in a part of your value proposition analysis beside this value proposition canvas framework. Next. So now, after doing this value proposition canvas analysis, you can also identify opportunities for differentiation. Like these are value to customer, y-axis suppose. So value to customer is increasing. Company competitive advantage for company is suppose high, then you are here in core message segment, and there you will be able to make fortune, make money there. But if value to the customer is high but competitive advantage is less, that is area of improvement from your side. So this matrix can be used where you lie. If you fall under core message section, there that message can be used to attract customer and sell your product and ideas. Next slide. Now, we have discussed value position fit, and for that we have value canvas analysis, and I also suggested task technology fit if you are dealing with technology product. And in this slide, I will be sharing this task technology fit analysis. You can further search on Google also, and you read about that. So if your product is technology product, you can do task technology fit analysis also in addition to value proposition canvas analysis. Now value proposition fit. What is business fit? This your value proposition will only exist on paper on the stage of problem solution fit. As you approach product market fit, your value proposition will begin to truly resonate with create value to the customers. Okay. And when you have achieved a business fit, your business model will begin creating value to your company. So business model fit is the stage when you have achieved a business model which started creating value for your company also, not only customer. So in the short, business model fit occurs when you have evidence that your value proposition is embedded in profitable and scalable business model. Until now, we were matching our solution with customer pain areas, and we were addressing that. Now, this value proposition fit, after that, it is fit for business also. How you'll find out whether sufficient number of customers are there, whether this model is scalable, this type of analysis if you are doing. And for that, well, NPV analysis or discounting principle, this which will discounted cash flow, projection of your customers by using vast diffusion model. These things you can do, and you can find out whether your product will be viable in future or not. And if that is done, you have achieved value model fit analysis, and your business will be profitable and scalable. Next. Now, I discussed M, um, MVP was one thing, prototype was one thing I discussed. Now you are using a prototype, and then you are achieving value proposition fit, and then you are doing what you say, business model fit also you have done. Now you want to secure means inventors should have some IPR. So IPR can have trademarks, copyright, or patent. So what is patent? Patent, actually, we think taking a patent is very difficult task. It's not like so. Writing a research paper is far difficult than getting a patent. So it's a that's why whenever you are doing some innovation, or then you should take it patented also, whether that is process innovation or product innovation. So patent is nothing, a legal document that granted by government of a state of the country. It gives inventor the particular exclusive right to use and anything. And there are certain things which cannot be patented, like books, movie, or artwork. For that, we have IPR. Next slide. Yes. So what is patentable? A thing which is novel and one of its kind. It must be unique in itself and it must be useful. It's not that it's a novel and it is unique, but it is destructive to society and you can get it patented. That is not the thing. Okay. So, and then there are certain things like universal law is suppose Newton's law of gravity, Albert Einstein formula. So these things also cannot be patented. So you must have a novel idea. It must be unique and it must be useful. Then it is patentable. Now, next we will see what is patentable and what is not patentable. Next slide. Okay, what is not patentable? In India, especially, this law varies from country to country. Any method of agriculture or horticulture cannot be patented. Any process under the bracket of medicinal, surgical, creative, or other treatment of human being, animal, or plant cannot be patented. Any upgrade or discovery of anything that is related to atomic energy is not patentable in India. I am talking in context of India. Discovery of unique machine, operator, or a process which can solve a large scale problem related to healthcare, education, or anything that cannot be patented. So these are certain things. Next slide. There are 9 steps listed in literature to get patent. Some you disclose the invention you have done. Then there will be documents. There will be database of patents. You search there with a similar type of invention or innovation is there or not. Then you do patentability search that can be done by some agency. They charge some money from there, 10 to 20,000. Then you can think about if your idea is unique, you can think about decision to file an application for the patent. Then the exercise actually start patent drafting, filing the patent application. Then you request for examination whether your patent document is right or not. It is then if anyone has objection to your patent claim, they can do that. Otherwise, the patent will be granted. And after each 10 or 20 years, you have to renew your patent. So these are 9 steps of to get patent. Next one. Benefits of getting patent. I already discussed prevents theft from of your invention, freedom for exclusivity, easy to build, marketize, and commercialize. It is easy to pitch with a patent. Higher market share since your idea becomes a brand. You have patented is more monetary values. You can easily monetize even if you are not a business person. You have come up with an idea. You have patented is you can sell your patent and make some money out of that also. These are certain benefits of um, getting patents. Next. Now we will move to this thing because you can get what you say. You can get um, presentations on innovation validation on YouTube also these days. But what is lacking there? There is lacking these theories you can learn, like theory of acceptance model, theory of plant behavior, technology acceptance model, innovation resistance theory, task technology fit, like value proposition fit analysis you are doing there. You can think about task technology fit theory. That's why because there is shortage of time, and that's why I'm becoming a little fast in presentation. So these theories you can use, and in from lenses of this theory you can analyze your product, like why the customer will use my product. You can analyze that using theory of learned behavior. Whether my product will be accepted or not, you can use it technology acceptance model. Why customer are not adopting to my super product? Here you can analyze using innovation resistance theory. Whether my product is value proposition fit or not, you can do task technology fit theory. So these theories I have included in slide, and these slides can be shared with the participants, and they can further find out the details of this theory, and you can apply this in your planning of business. Next slide. This is Kanu model. Kanu model is very helpful tool if you have gone through what you say, any certification of Six Sigma or operations management or marketing. You must be aware about this. There are certain features which are basics. If you keep on investing in those, customer satisfaction doesn't increase. Then some are point of parity. If you are increasing the performance, the customer satisfaction will linearly increase. But there are certain features of a product you have to identify if you want to differentiate your product, which are exciters. So that is shown by blue color here. You invest on that and customer will be very delighted and they will come back to you again and again. So Kanu model is one framework which I suggest you to read through. Further, you can read, and if you have problem, you can ask me on my email ID, vinethos@gmail.com. Next slide. This is conjoint analysis, and I always suggest data is new fuel of economy, we call it. Whenever you are doing a product launch, conjoint analysis is a mathematical tool. It's a little difficult, but there are now softwares like SPSS is there, then Minitab is there. You can use, you can create some options of product and you can get it rated through your customers. From there, you can find out what is utility for different features in eye of your customer, and accordingly you can invest in your product. One tool I have forgot to mention in this slide, that is quality function deployment. That actually start at designing phase where you translate customer requirement into features. So first you can do a QFD, and then what you can do conjoint analysis just before launch of the product. So conjoint analysis, I'm not baffling you with lot of information. This is one of the tools which you can use, or you can consult any statistician that I am going to launch my product. Can we do conjoint analysis? Yes, you can do that, and results will be can give you insight. Means maybe here three options are there, like price. Sony, Apple, and Nokia mobile is there, and these have different features, and you get it rated through your customer, and on the basis of that you can find out what is utility for price, what is utility for OS, what is utility for screen size, what is utility for camera resolution. So you can find the idea actually, and whenever you do that conjoint analysis, you develop means 16 17 what you say option, and which are getting rated, and using that you can calculate automatically the utility for different features. Then you can think which feature I can remove and reduce the cost so that I can win more customer or different segment of customers. So that is conjoint analysis for you. That's why I have included in this presentation. Next one. This is very important and this is very basic. If you have done any course on commerce or management or engineering, also engineering economics, you must be aware about what is present value of my company. For that you can means discount the cash flow, inward cash flow and outward cash flow difference. You can discount to present here using this discounting formula, and you can find out the value of your customer company. Then you can pitch your this type of information if you are having. Then you can pitch your investor, and you can see this valuation of my company in my eye, and these are justification of that, and that's why I need this much of money for this percent of equity. So this kind of analysis you can do. So that is discounting formula for you that you should aware of. The next one is this is Bosch diffusion model, and of course, if you want, you have developed certain product, and you are discussing how this product will get adoption in near future, you can actually use Bass diffusion model. It has two coefficient, imitation and innovation coefficient, P and Q. Using that, you can actually forecast the propagation of your product in future. Here, how you analyze, actually, there are innovators who will adopt a product early, then there are early adopters, and then this is the gap there. This is called chasm. If a product crosses this chasm, there will be exponential growth. So maybe you are at early adopter and you are feeling demotivated. You can do this Bass diffusion model analysis and can find out, oh, I am at early adopter stage. If I put a little more effort, my product will be business model fit. Means it will give me, it will be profitable. So there is exponential growth. So, or you can do analysis that even I have not reached this level. I need a lot of money and a lot of marketing to actually get this much adoption. So you can discard your product idea also. But this is a very interesting analysis. So this is Bass diffusion model, which you should understand. And next one is, next slide, is which matrix and soft, I guess. This is Porter's generic strategy. These are whenever whether I don't know whether you have exposure of marketing and strategy or not. In strategy, strategic strategy is actually long-term planning. So there are strategic planning and then there are tactical planning of daily activities. So whenever you do a strategic planning for your company, you think about either you can go for cost leadership, means you are providing services or product at minimum cost in that segment, as Geo was one example, or you are going for differentiation like Apple is doing. Cost focus is your means niche market, small market only you are serving, but you are providing at means least cost there. So that is called cost focus. Small market you are serving here, and you are differentiating for them, then it is differentiation focus. So you cannot do everything for every segment. You can think about which strategy you are going to do for your product, whether you are going to serve full market, and then if you are fully serving full market, money investment will be also high. So cost in leadership you want to achieve, or you can go for overall differentiation, or you want to go for cost focus, or you go for differentiation focus. So these are the Porter's generic strategy you can think about when you are planning, writing your business plan, and that will give you good insight. Next is, this is ENSOF matrix. I think uh, you can have new market on existing market, and you can have existing product on new product. So need not to always, like what we do, we actually copy idea from the US and we launch a product in India. It is absolutely fine. Means you are for existing product, you are getting new markets. That is called market development. So you are going for market development, then your strategies will be different. Or you have means new market and new product, that is totally risky, very high risk. That is diversification, because new market is there and new product is there. So that is highly risky. So their proof of concept and prototype validation, everything is required. Existing market, existing product, market penetration, maybe product is saturating there, lot of money investment, marketing will be required. So you can analyze which stage you are. You can actually means innovation is also existing product. If you are launching for new market, then also that can be a viable business model. So ends of matrix help you into analyzing that. Then next one is, yeah, let's discuss 2 3 ideas before we close, because I have a meeting from 1:30. This is one idea, like skin nail fold capillary is used in skin disease. What happens um, um, whenever these type of patterns are observed, hook shape, then we say that there is a problem, skin disease called um, And then, can we use this nail fold capillaroscopy in diabetes? Yes, we can do. Whenever there will be vascular modification, in that case also, these patterns of capillaries changes. So these become hook shape. Can we compare this solution with existing solution? Yes, there is a full-fledged digital retina scan, which is very costly. Then from there, we can think about a handheld with little most less what is accuracy, but it is cheaper. Can we think about nail fold capilloscopy based product, which can be used at mass scale for early detection of diabetes even by 10 year ahead? So that will be very useful. So still I am not able to see any product on this. So our products are there, but products should be less costly. Means it should be a handheld gadget within 1,000 rupees, so that we can do so that kind of innovation, and we can check their prototype validation, because already value proposition fit we can do, and then we can make a product around that. Next one. Then can you think about this? Already you are familiar, glucometer is there. Then another is glucometer attached with what you say, mobile phones. And what is main pain in this? Main pain is actually you have to prick your fingers, and because of that there will be a pain, and that deters many to monitor their blood glucose level. Can we go for non-invasive glucometer? There are many ideas related to that. One is on the basis of application of laser. One is measuring blood glucose from your sweat, measuring glucose from your eye tears, eye tears. So can we think about? But the problem is their accuracy is less. Can we improve accuracy? Can we get the idea validated? Can we get it patented? So these things, this is another idea which I am working actually, and this nail for capilloscopy also. Next one. So it should not be like if you can do, like you can think about, there is complete lacuna of any medical tourism portal, and people, the healthcare cost is rising in country like United States, and they from there people visit to India to get care like cosmetic surgery, like heart surgery and all. Can you think about a portal which can integrate hospital information, flight information, flight booking, immigration, law related to, means medical law, accreditation agency like JCI and other NABH and all, health insurance provider? Can you integrate everyone to a portal? You can think about that kind of idea also, and those kind of idea also has a good future. So you can think about in that direction. And I hope this was the last slide. Next one is. Um, Thank you for listening. And if you have any question, you can ask. And this slide can be shared with all participants. And if they have any question, they can ask me on email.
Thank you, sir. Dear participants, if you have any question, you can ask.
Let me switch on my video. Yeah. So you don't have questions? Actually, I will love to help you people if you have any specific question related to your product, and anytime, not only in this presentation. If you have any problem how to market your product, whether their product viability you want to test, and how you should pitch it, anything if you want, I can help you. In near future also, my email ID is already with Manish sir, and we can discuss. Actually, whenever you pitch certain, there can be two things. One is will be open guess, leap of faith, or other thing will be backed by theory or frameworks. So I always suggest make your preparation whenever you are going to an angel investor or series one funding. You back your proposition with some theory or some frameworks. That will actually instill confidence in investor. They will think that this person had done research, and according to that, this theories also suggest that these kind of products will be. Like suppose you are saying that this product is already there, but we are coming with new product. So already some product was there. You can analyze it using innovation resistance theory, why there was resistance to that product and how your product will overcome those resistance. So for that, innovation resistance theory is there. Then perceived usefulness and perceived ease of use are two terms which we use in technology adoption model. My acceptance model, my technology is new. What is perceived use in eye of this customer, and what is ease of use, how they think it is easy to use, that can drive their intention to use my technology. So how you are faring well on these parameters, that can be discussed in your pitch. So and other theories also, like if you are doing forecasting, if you are you market, if you want to find out market size, you will be able to capture, you use vast diffusion model, and of course using that you find out the number cash flow in future and then discount it, then calculate its NPV in spite of only using some leap of faith, and that 10% increase will be there, 12% increase will be there. You back your finding with some foundation in theories or framework, and that will be able to actually what you say impress your what you say investors. Okay, so if there is no question, Manish sir, we can close.
Yes, sir. I am Dr. Piyush Gupta from Dr.
Piyush.
Product Office. Yeah. So
Hello,
I think actually this time the university is conducting exams. So I think many students are busy in their examination. So I would not like to force or ask any question, any student to ask anything. If they have, they can. If they don't, then it's okay. It's completely okay. But I would.
You can write. They can send questions also. I will reply on email also.
Okay. I will send them message. Okay, and I will mention your email ID. So I
Sure,
would
sure.
like profusely thanks for sharing your words with us, and it was really wonderful and informative. So I also would like to take this opportunity to carry forward this relationship for delivering sessions and for other our prospects and viewers. So a big thanks from the Design Innovation Center, Ministry of Education Innovation Cell, Institution Innovation Council, Banaras Hindu University, and from thank you so much.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Bye bye.